Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions on Bounce TV and to our worldwide web viewers on www.sportsvisionsusa.com. Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones alongside my good friend and traveling partner, Dale Williams. How are you, sir?
What's up, player?
Man, I'm excellent. It's a beautiful day here on the grounds of the Hilton Garden Inn. We decided to come outside because, this winter has been really nice. And I think that we should give a national championship recap outside in this beautiful weather.
Great weather, man. It's real nice. We're real nice out there in Glendale, Arizona, and we just want a beautiful day for us to come out here and talk about football, player.
Coming up in just a little bit, folks, we're going to have not only the opportunity to talk about Bama, the national champion, also we're going to talk about Nick Saban, talk about the NFL playoffs, and a whole lot more. Coming up next on Sports Visions.
We love Legacy Chevrolet Cadillac of Columbus.
And fishing in Eufaula. And hiking in Pine Mountain.
The racetrack in Phoenix City. And all the soldiers at Fort Benning.
And you'll love these great deals. 0% interest for 72 months on all Chevy products. Or receive up to $11,000 in rebates on our 2015 Camaro Z28. And Legacy is offering up to $6,250 in rebates on all Chevy All-Star 1500 trucks. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Scott Sawyer with Diverse Power. Diverse Power wants our customers to enjoy all the benefits that reliable, consistent electric service provides. Our BPI certified technicians offer duct blaster testing of your HVAC ductwork to locate leaks. We also offer a full blower door examination that will qualify homeowners and home builders to meet the new Energy Code building standards. At Diverse Power, we offer innovation through vision, quality through service.
Its sleek design is mold-breaking. Its intelligent drive systems, paradigm-shifting. Its technology-filled cabin, jaw-dropping. Its performance, breathtaking. Its self-braking, show-stopping. The all-new GLC. Mercedes-Benz resets the bar for the luxury SUV, starting at $38,950.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. Now, for the fourth time in 7 years, the University of Alabama has won a national championship. Congratulations to the University of Alabama and Coach Nick Saban.
Big time, DJ. 4 out of 7 years. That's dynasty kind of talk. And 5 for Nick Saban for total, 1 behind Paul Bear Bryant. It's big, player.
Absolutely. And again, you know what? It didn't come easy because, again, the Clemson Tigers coming into the game number 1. Ranked 14-0, of course, led by a quarterback that I don't think that we've seen that spectacular, that electrifying in quite some time in Deshaun Watson.
I mean, big time. And if you are coaching, you don't want to do a threat quarterback, you need to be tested. And, one of the biggest things that still just boggles my mind, DJ, and we talked about it, Gainesville, Georgia. How do you let something like that get out of Gainesville, Georgia?
When you mention the word dual threat, and I think people throw that around loosely, but we're talking about not just a great athlete that can run and throw. We're talking about a young man with superb football IQ. Makes great decisions, poised. It's one thing to be an athlete and a dual threat quarterback, but I don't think that there's many like this young man because you saw with the precision, you saw with the poise that he played last night. He hung 40 points on the defense that belongs in the NFL, and he did it basically by himself.
By himself, DJ, almost combined yardage-wise, almost had 500 yards, 73 rushing by 407 passing. This kid took over the game, DJ, and was a game changer and made Alabama defense look average.
Nick Saban will be the first one to tell you, he along with Kirby Smart, that this young man is indeed special, and there's not many like him. And I know that they've talked about Cam Newton, they've talked about Nick Marshall, and they've talked about a lot of guys that have similar skill sets. But I think this young quarterback, who happens to be coming back for his junior year,
Lord have mercy.
Actually, he's going to be even better. And you know what? He's got a whole bunch of teammates that are young. But you know what? More importantly, let's give the praise and the accolades to the University of Alabama because I get enamored with Deshaun Watson, and that's a whole nother segment.
That's
but
right.
Nick Saban, he visited with us several weeks back, and again with the poise and with the discipline and with the respect. You know what? He went out there and took that national championship.
He did it, man. And really, again, I keep reflecting back to July Media Day. Nick was focused then, and he knew he had to finish this year off. He didn't like the taste that Ohio State left in his mouth, DJ, but one of the things about his players bought into it. And one thing I love about a coach, when the players emulate their coaches, that's big time, player. And really, all business, serious, But I think really one of the biggest things that happened to him this year, DJ, was the loss against Ole Miss, because really they got focused and they stayed focused and they finished.
Well, everything that we read and seen about, the getting ready for this particular game, has talked about how focused this team was. And again, obviously that's a tribute to Coach Saban. But again, you think about, those players, you think about those leaders on that defensive line. Basically that defensive line, they pretty much, run the team. Pretty much the management of the team. And again, It seems like Nick doesn't have to do a whole lot, because before they come out of the locker room, that defensive line crew has everything under control.
Got everything under control, and they talked about that during the pre-games and all the shows that, the line was the leadership, that where the leadership was within the line, and also in Derrick Henry. These guys, they took over their team. Every Thursday they would have a team meeting with all the players only. So I think really that whole system works out better. But one thing that I do have to say about Nick Saban, and everybody's saying all these great things about Nick, but one thing I can say about this guy, he has a system, DJ, and really it equals team. I mean, really, you got an offense. You got an offensive line, defensive line that's going to be physical and take over the game. You got a running back, Derrick Henry, 36 times, DJ, 158 yards. You got a running game. But the biggest thing that helped them win that game, special team. That special team piece is big, and in Saban's system, it is real big.
Yeah, get a kickoff return, and again, a great onside kick there that was just picture perfect. I don't think you could draw it up any better than that. It really hurt Clemson, but at the same time, I like to say that I enjoyed that game. That was probably one of the best games I've seen in quite some time as a spectator, sitting back, relaxing with beverages and, of course, with some good friends, watching a game that went nip and tuck. And, again, it was easily going in for everybody to say that Alabama was going to dominate. But I am so proud of Dabo Swinney and his Clemson Tigers, because, you know what, Dabo Swinney has some Alabama blood in him, because he played at Alabama on the 92 national championship team, and he started his coaching career at the University of Alabama. So you can see very easily why Clemson is headed in the right direction.
They're in the right direction, DJ. And one thing I do like about Dabo is his youthful exuberance. The players seem to love him. I can imagine him going into these kids' house. He got some players too, DJ. He got some bullets. All the things that they had to do this year tells you that they have a lot of good players. They do very well in recruiting. Clemson did a great job of showing up, and that they were truly, I think they were really number one, but I just think they just got outplayed, and put it this way, they gave up too many explosive plays.
Absolutely. And again, I just want to say this because, again, a lot of people don't realize this. Is as great as Nick Saban is, and as much as we talk about him, just think about over the past years since he's been in Tuscaloosa, since 2008, all the coaches that he's lost. You know what? And again, he still maintains that high competitive level. And again, he's going to lose another one of his great disciples in Kirby Smart. But again, I expect them to come out next year and not miss a beat.
I miss a beat, the expectations, they'll get these 2 days out of the way of celebrating DJ, and they're going right back in the weight room. I can see you, Cochran, already screaming at the guys already. But at the same time, DJ, like you said, each year he's expected to do all these things. And really, he delivers every year. That's why I think he's going to go down as one of the greatest coaches of all time. Because, like you said, DJ, each year he's got juniors going into the NFL. He's got to do it with a different team. He's got to do it with a different quarterback. But he's going to have the same system. And that's one thing about the great coaches. They have a system. They can go out and get the same player, the same type player, put them in those spots, and they still can make plays. That's one thing I like about it.
I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. When you mention the great coaches in football, you talk about Paul Bear Bryant, you talk about Vince Lombardi, you can talk about Bill Belichick. Well, guess what? Nick Saban's name remains in that pack, and I feel comfortable when I talk about Nick Saban with those great ones.
I mean, you have to. He's got the numbers. This also was his 100th career victory. And he's got an upside out of this world, even losing those coaches each year. Discipleships, mentoring these guys go on and do great things. Because when you leave Nick Saban, you're going to be a head coach, because you definitely won't be just a defensive coordinator when you're going somewhere. You'll be a head coach.
Congratulations, Bama. Roll Tide.
Sports Vision is sponsored by Aflac, Crown Royal, Express Motors, Diverse Powers.
Truth be truth. The will to win will win. So intimidate your darkest fear. Revive every forgotten fantasy. Set goals you can never reach, then reach them. Count cards to fight fate stack deck. And if you want to win as much as you want to live, you're ready to reign on.
A smile is the most admirable thing you can wear. And for anyone age 1 to 101, Cook Dental Care has a smile for you. Dr. Kathy L. Cook offers a wide range of individualized, innovative services from basic preventative dentistry to specialized care. We provide comprehensive dental care for the entire family, including pediatric. Insurance, financing, walk-ins, and new patients are always welcome. So for your family's dental care, visit Cook Dental Care.
Someone's sandbagging.
I'd be tired too. He paid my claim in 1 day when I got hurt.
1 day? Serious hustle.
Serious duck.
In just 1 day, we process, approve, and pay. 1 day pay, only from Aflac.
Welcome back to Sports Visions, from the College Football National Championship to the preparation of the Super Bowl. And, of course, the divisional playoffs are upon us.
That's right.
And, of course, the schedules are set. NFC, AFC matchups are in place. And you know what? I'm looking forward to some good football.
It's going to be some great football in this second round. You know, it was some in the wild card games last week, but, you know, a lot, where all the home teams lost. I mean, that's crazy right there,
yes.
DJ. I mean, I've never heard of that before, but I think it's going to be some great games. But one thing that we do know, DJ, when these teams play one another once, twice, or sometimes 3 times during the season, the second time that they play, it is much harder to win. And I think this thing is just turned up a whole lot more when you start talking about the Seattle Seahawks playing the Carolina Panthers. Then you talk about the Arizona Cardinals playing the Packers, who they beat the brakes off of them a couple of weeks ago. That's not going to happen again. New England Patriots, playing against the
Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs, thank you. And the Denver Broncos and the Steelers. These guys have played somewhere during the season, and it's going to be harder the second time.
It is, and you know what? The ironic thing was, like you mentioned before, wild card weekend, the home teams, we're in trouble.
Right.
I don't think that's going to happen because again, as great as Seattle has been playing recently, to go into Carolina, I just refuse to think. And again, I am very, very much Deshaun Watson, Cam Newton like. So I'm partial. I'm partial to those guys, and I just feel that it's destined for Cam and the Panthers, and we're going to see. That's why they play the game.
Well, yeah, that's why they play the game. It's going to be an interesting game. Carolina Panthers did beat Seattle this year and beat them last year. So
on the road.
On the road at Seattle. So it's going to be an interesting game. But I think, I just think Seattle is the most dangerous team because they got hot at the right time and they're playing their way in. I like the wild card team to play their way in, and really that's what they're doing right now. I think their take is them against the world. Carolina Panthers been just been doing it the whole year, 14-1, doing this 15-1 during the whole season. I think they're gonna have a little trouble against Seattle this time.
Let's not get it twisted. Now we know that Seattle had a prayer cloth on the sideline because you know what, that field goal that Minnesota missed, of course. Now you know what, that was all over but the singing. But you know what, so on and so forth. But hey, prayer cloth or not, they're in.
They're in, DJ, and you can call it destiny, you can call it prayer cloth, whatever you want to, but they still surviving, and that's kind of following the line of Pete Carroll. He likes his guys to be the underdogs. He really wants his guys playing with a chip on their shoulder, which they are. I think really Seattle's defense, if they can control, again, Cam Newton wants to keep the ball moving, the yardstick moving on third down, escaping, running. We're talking about dual threat, doing whatever he has to do to win. And I think the real matchup is going to be Cam Chandler against number 88.
All right,
that's going to be big.
Well, let's take it down to the desert because it's not going to get any easier there. Yeah. Green Bay, basically, I hope Aaron Rodgers has re-identified himself because, again, for the last few weeks or so, he wasn't playing like the Aaron Rodgers of old, but, they're back in it, and, of course, they're going down to play a very good Arizona Cardinals football team.
Yeah, I think the score was 38-8. The last time they played, the Cardinals just dominated. I mean, I think they might have sacked Aaron Rodgers about 5 or 6 times. That game is going to be different, I think, this time, DJ, a whole lot. Because, again, one thing about the NFL coaches and their assistants, they make adjustments. And we want to, see what kind of adjustments they're going to make. But I think one thing, they're going to have to stop the Brinson Butler coach Bird game on defensive line. They're going to have to stop these guys if they're going to have any success on the Green Bay Packers team.
Brinson has done a heck of a job motivating those guys, and
That's right.
I know they enjoy playing. Let's quickly go on the AFC side and talk a little bit about the matchup. Pittsburgh is going into Denver, and I know that Pittsburgh got out of there by the hair of their chin as well.
Yeah, they've been living good, too, up there in Pittsburgh because they got out of there very easily. The Cincinnati Bengal game, 18-16 game. Ben Roethlisberger comes back in, gets hurt, comes back in, and closes the game out. Ben is known for doing heroic things around this time. This is the time of the season that Pittsburgh they are very comfortable being in this position, playing on the road, being underdog. That's what the Pittsburgh Steelers always do. They want to play their way in also. So Mike Tomlin's he's got his guys playing at the right time, too.
You know what? The Peyton Manning is an interesting situation going on in Denver right now. It seems like if this was a story and if this was a book, the chapters are falling into place because he's missed several weeks.
That's right.
He came back and played a little bit last week, 2 weeks ago. They named him the starter for this game. And, again, you know what? He came back because it was going to be either Super Bowl or bust.
That's right. I mean, it's like you said, it's scripted, DJ. He can ride off into the sunset. Then, they go to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl, and he's probably going to be done. But at the same time, Pittsburgh is going to get after this guy.
Lastly, the Kansas City Chiefs are going into Foxborough. And, again, I know that, the New England Patriots, they were playing really, really well early on. But you know what? They fell off here lately, and I don't know if they can keep it going.
It's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, they probably be rested and got a lot of guys that were injured. They got them well now. But they hadn't played in a while, DJ. I think they have not had the cohesiveness and the synergy that they need to go to the next level. Kansas City Chiefs were clicking on all cylinders last week against the Texans. I mean, they didn't miss a beat. Alex Smith played a very well game. But the defense for Kansas City, to throw a shutout, that's huge, player.
Absolutely. Okay, the divisional playoffs are this weekend. Next weekend, the conference finals.
That's
right. And then, of course, getting set up for the Super Bowl. Tell you what, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Philip Davitt with ENS Men's Clothing Warehouse. We'd like to say thank you, Columbus and the Bi-City area, for 20 great years on Macon Road in the heart of Columbus. We're inviting you out to our 20th anniversary sale with bigger savings and deals than ever before.
To help show our appreciation, ENS is offering complete suit and tux packages only $99. Jackets, pants, shirts, and ties, a $199 value for just $99. Find us on Facebook for details on how to win a suit or tux package. Come celebrate our 20th anniversary. ENS, where you get more for a whole lot less.
Want an opportunity to win a new Mercedes and help the Greater Columbus American Heart Association? Just purchase a ticket in the 2016 Mercedes-Benz raffle for a chance to win a C-Class, a GLA, a CLA, or the all-new Mercedes GLC. The raffle will take place January 23rd at 2 p.m. at Mercedes-Benz of Columbus, 7470 Veterans Parkway. 2 cars will be given away. That's right, 2 Mercedes. Tickets can be purchased at Mercedes-Benz of Columbus or by calling 706-256-6100.
Departure, arrival, search, post, chat, check-in. New foods, new fun, new favorites. All right, new clients. Don't stop there. Explore, discover, connect, grow, celebrate, work, live, play. Breathe. At Hilton Garden Inn, we know you'll love our cook-to-order breakfast, first-rate amenities, and award-winning service. So count on us to give you all the ways to make the most of every stay. Hilton Garden Inn. It's better at the Garden.
And welcome back to Sports Visions, and I know that we have just had a tremendous amount of fun watching the college football championship games, and of course the NFL playoffs are underway. But now we're starting to also get into the season when we start to find out who some of the superlative players of all time, meaning the NFL Hall of Famers, and again even the college Hall of Famers. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But as it pertains to the NFL Hall of Famers, there's some big names on this list, and it seems like these guys only played just a few years ago.
Yeah, I mean, really, they're coming up real quick now. The Brett Favre piece is big. This is his first ballot. That's going to be interesting. But I'm really looking and cheering for this guy. Terrell Owens to get in. I think this will revitalize his whole life. I just hope he gets a chance to get in there. But I didn't know someone that's a little I thought this guy was in. Kenny Stabler. Can you believe he's not in the Hall of Fame?
Unfortunately, he's not. And again, he passed away last year.
Right.
And, we had an opportunity to spend some time with one of his former teammates, Otis Sistrunk, several weeks back. And you know what? He is, when you see the old clips of the Raiders, it amazes me what Ken Stabler was able to do and some of the tricks he pulled and some of the magic that played into some of those great Raider victories.
I mean, really, I couldn't believe that when I saw it. I said, man, this guy's not in, but really, they got a lot of guys, and some new guys getting a chance. Tony Dungy is going to have an opportunity. Marvin Harrison is going to have an opportunity. Edgerrin James is going to have an opportunity to get in there, DJ. And, one of the biggest coaches, one of my favorite coaches, you never probably didn't know this, Don Coryell.
Okay.
Now, you started talking about airing out and start throwing. When we were little, we wanted to pass the ball, too. This guy had a passing attack. Every team that he had a passing attack.
Great coach. As a matter of fact, I had an opportunity to play for him in the Senior Bowl down in Mobile several years back. But Air Coryell. And, of course, playing against Air Coryell, and again, with some of those great players that he had, he definitely deserves, because, when you talk about the masters of the air game, or the air raid, if you will.
That's right.
Air Coryell, his name right up there at the top.
We talking about vertical, too. We're not talking about no West Coast offense. We're talking about bombs. We're talking about fly patterns. We're talking about the Mel Graves of the world, the John Jeffersons of the world. This guy really had a passing attack. But it's also, not just players. Ed DeBartolo, the San Francisco 49er owner. That piece is big, and all the things that he's done for the community out there. That's huge. Kurt Warner's going to have an opportunity to do. And really, DJ, people always question the voting of these guys in. I like the Pro Bowl piece where the players vote their peers in. I kind of like that, too, for as the NFL players are concerned. Yeah, we need the media. We need the press. We need TV guys. But, when you just take T.O., when you got a person that's been controversial and they've been writing bad things about this guy, that kind of puts you in a disadvantage for getting in. But I think Terrell got the numbers to get in there, player.
Well, you mentioned some great names, and of course, I'm looking forward to the ceremony because I know that they do it in centered around the Super Bowl, and then they even make an appearance at the Pro Bowl.
That's right.
And it's just a great thing. But you know what? You play the game for a Super Bowl ring, but to go down as a Hall of Famer, that's the best of the best. That means you're one of the best ever in the world in that game. And again, there's only so many of these players that have ever played, and you are the best of the best.
You're the best of the best, DJ, and just like I said earlier, it revises your career. What people are like, oh, I didn't know he did that, but really, if you become a Hall of Fame player, you go on these speaking tours. There's a lot of things that you can do. You get the ring, you get the whole speaking engagements, you get the honorariums.
Yes.
These guys get revitalized when they become Hall of Fame players.
All right, we'll be right back after this.
A smile is the most admirable thing you can wear. And for anyone age 1 to 101, Cook Dental Care has a smile for you. Dr. Kathy L. Cook offers a wide range of individualized, innovative services from basic preventative dentistry to specialized care. We provide comprehensive dental care for the entire family, including pediatric. Insurance, financing, walk-ins, and new patients are always welcome. So for your family's dental care, visit Cook Dental Care.
Hi, I'm Philip Dabbit with E&S Men's Clothing Warehouse. We'd like to say thank you, Columbus and the Bi-City area, for 20 great years on Macon Road in the heart of Columbus. We're inviting you out to our 20th anniversary sale with bigger savings and deals than ever before.
To help show our appreciation, E&S is offering complete suit and tux packages only $99. Jackets, pants, shirts, and ties, a $199 value for just $99. Find us on Facebook for details on how to win a suit or tux package. Come celebrate our 20th anniversary. E&S, where you get more for a whole lot less.
Truth be truth, the will to win will win. So intimidate your darkest fear. Revive every forgotten fantasy. Set goals you can never reach, then reach them. Count cards to fight fate stack deck. And if you want to win as much as you want to live, you're ready to reign on.
And welcome back to today's final segment of Sports Visions. Man, I tell you what, it is just feels so good to be outside and to be comfortable. And not only that, but to have opportunity to witness the championship game of college, and then to see that the tournament in the NFL come to a head that leads to the Super Bowl.
Leads to the Super Bowl, you know, right? It's football's getting ready to, to end. But, at the same time, we got 2 more weeks and we got a Super Bowl. I'm looking forward to it because all the Super Bowls, and even this is a Super Bowl 50, this is going to be a big game, player.
I want to do this one more time because, again, we had the opportunity to have the most powerful man in college football come to Columbus, Georgia on behalf of Sports Visions and speak to our players and coaches at our Sports Visions High School Football Awards Luncheon, and that was back on December the 7th, actually December the 10th. And right. You know what? We still got pictures on social media. We got videos out there. People who can't have the opportunity to share in that, they're still talking. This community is still buzzing about that, especially since they won the national championship.
Really, DJ, and that was just a great seed that was planted for us, by Kirby Smart and his staff. But when Nick Saban comes to town, that's big, and it's even bigger now. Almost a month and a half afterwards, it's even bigger now that it's here. We need to go see Nick, man.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is the perfect time. We probably go and just go hang out with him and fish a little bit,
Yeah.
And you know how we do.
That's what we need to do. That.
Since we're talking about Hall of Famers, why don't we go ahead and congratulate some of the college football Hall of Famers. We have a teammate, Scott Warner, that we played with, who's going to be inducted. And you know what? Scott Warner was a young man that, he wasn't the fastest guy in the world. He wasn't the biggest guy in the world, but he made the biggest plays and some of the most explosive plays in the University of Georgia football history.
You are exactly right about that, DJ. He got picked on a lot and got thrown to, but one of the players that I played with, Scott played better pissed off, DJ. Now, I can't even put it away. He played much better. And a punt return, excellent. Really, he could basically, he caught so many punts that he had a cradle, that he could just cradle the ball in. But at the same time, he made big plays.
And congratulations to the others that are going in.
That's right. You got your guy, Derrick Brooks, played down in Florida State. Randall Cunningham played at UNLV. Tom Cassano. All those are the notables that are going in the College Football Hall of Fame. And we really want to be a part of that, and we'll bring that back to you also.
All right. I tell you what, high school basketball is still going into region play right now. We've had an opportunity to go to a couple of games.
That's right.
I know we saw the Columbus High girls play the Carver girls, two of the best teams in the Bi-City area. We're going to be out and about on several more. And again, we're going to have, as football fades away, we'll have an opportunity to talk about some of these local high school boy and girls basketball players.
That's right, DJ. And we got to do on the road with Sports Vision. We're getting ready to go on the road. We got Senior Bowls to go to. We got the Atlanta Hawks to go to. We're getting ready to bring some more stuff in here, more than football. So stay tuned and keep watching.
And keep in mind, we got, of course, NASCAR. And we have the Braves in training camp down in Florida. And again, the Masters. Don't count us out. We've been there before. It's coming up in April.
That's right. We're going to pull the trigger on that this time.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for all the time we have for today's show. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you.